I want to talk about religious propaganda. Religious propaganda appeals to the emotions. When you propagandize, you seek not to educate. You simply repeat slogans over and over and over again, like a sound bite, and you just keep repeating it until the great masses, until it connects at an emotional level with the great masses of people. Then you have succeeded in propagandizing people. Religious propaganda is what we're going to be talking about today. Now, I had an example, I thought, of a pretty good example of propaganda just recently. I sent something in the post office. It was a CD, and I got it back in about 1,000 pieces. Well, just kidding, not 1,000, but probably about 30 little postage-sized stamp pieces, this CD that I had sent through the mail. And it was all packaged in a nice white envelope, plastic envelope, and it said on the outside, it said, "We care." Now this is the message, the propaganda that the post office is sending back to me. They give me a CD broken up in 30 little pieces, and it says on the outside of the envelope, "We care." Now, there are people at the low informational level who would look at that and say, well, in one hand they would hold their 30 pieces of little broken CD, and in the other hand they would hold their envelope from the post office that says, "We care." And they would look at the 30 little pieces, broken all to pieces, and then look at the envelope that says, "We care," and they would go back and forth and go back and forth, and they would say, well, I guess the post office really does care, because it says right here, "We care." And there are people dumb enough to believe that. Now, I would like a little bit of honesty myself. Instead, I don't like to be manipulated by propaganda. And I would rather the post office just say, "Sorry, we goofed. We made a mistake. We broke your CD." You know, I could deal with that. But I cannot deal with the propaganda of sending me a message that says, "We care." I'd rather they said, "We don't give a rat's," I can't say that, but we don't care. I want some honesty. But you see, that's propaganda. That's a good example of propaganda. When you're sent a message, the opposite of what you just got. "We care." Yeah, right. Yeah. And I got some swampland in the Mojave Desert I want to sell you real cheap. Okay.